皆さんこんにちは。この番組はロゼッタストーンラーニングセンターのスタッフを紹介しています。ナビゲーターの山越のりこです。今日第1回目はイギリス出身のマシュー先生です。まずはマシュー先生、自己紹介をお願いします。
はい、僕はイギリスのマシュー・ボイトンです。マシュー・ボイトン。日本に来ては10年間くらい。一番好きな季節は秋です。
はい、ありがとうございます。10年ももう日本にいるんですね。なぜ秋が好きなんですか？
いっぱいの美味しいものが。
ああ、なるほど。日本人も同じですけれども、いつも秋は何を食べますか？
おたけのこ。美味しいのでしょ。
おたけのこ？多いりませんね。
美味しいおたけのこ。
美味しいおたけのこ。たけのこ、どういう風に食べますか？
天ぷらの方が美味しい。
天ぷらですか？通ですね。
そうですね。
天ぷら。あと秋はどんなところが好きですか？
北の方が好きなんですが、日光か東北は好きです。
そうですか。もう本当に普通の日本人が好きな部分が好きという感じで、さすが10年いらっしゃるという感じですけれども、
日本人っぽい。
日本人っぽい。マシュー先生にまず聞きたいんですけど、この番組はまず最初になぜか最近した失敗を聞いています。何か失敗しましたか？
大丈夫です。
え？大丈夫です？してない。
してない。
もう perfect。Your life is perfect.
Absolutely perfect.
失敗聞けませんでした。じゃあ少しバックグラウンドからお聞きしたいと思いますけれども、Do you enjoy Japanese life?
Yes, very much. Thank you for asking. I enjoy Japanese foods. I enjoy the Japanese seasons. Every season is very different. There are lots of different foods in every season. And I enjoy traveling around Japan. I've been to all 4 islands in Japan.
All 4 islands?
All 4 islands.
Wow, that's great. So what's your favorite part?
My favorite part of Japan, I like Shikoku and Kyushu. I think southern Japan is very different from Tokyo. And also I like Hokkaido.
Oh, wow.
Because the food is very good.
I know. But Hokkaido is very cold.
Maybe for you.
寒いの大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫です。
ああ、すごいですね。マシュー先生は学校ではどんな先生なんですか？
英語の先生です。
英語の先生。普段はどんなキャラクタリスティック。どういう先生？
学校で一番真面目な先生です。
真面目な先生。そうですか？生徒さんにはいつも人気がある先生ですか？
私は言わない。生徒さんに来てください。
はい、謙遜もされてますね。そうなんですね。もう英語を教えるのは好きですか？
大好きです。
どういうレッスンが好きですか？
そうですね。面白い生徒さんに話している時が好きです。
毎日教えてますか？
そうですね。
じゃあもうマシューに教えてもらえるんですね。この学校に入れば。
お願いします。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。で、マシュー先生は今日最近した旅についてお話をしていただけるということですけれども、どんな旅をされたんですか？旅、トリップ。
最近自転車旅行、サイクルツーリングは私の趣味です。
サイクル
ツーリング。
自転車の旅。
そうです。
自転車だけですか？
自転車だけです。新幹線乗って、その後自転車で乗ります。
自転車は Do you bring bicycle?
Yes, I put the bicycle in a bag with my tent, my clothes, and my stove, and all of my food.
Stove?
Food. And water. And we go into the countryside and enjoy the Japanese wilderness.
Okay, where did you go so far?
I've been to every island on Japan, cycle touring. One recent trip that we took was down to Kyushu. So we flew to Kagoshima with the bicycle. It's actually pretty easy to fly with a bicycle inside Japan. And then we rode our bicycles via Nagasaki
長崎
to Fukuoka. So the total distance was about 800 kilometers.
わあ800キロ
That's right.
すごい
And it took us about 7 days, I think, in total.
7 days all cycle
All cycle, yes, that's right. No rest days.
No rest days?
No rest days because we did it in Golden Week, so there was just a limited time, yes. I was very tired at the end of the trip.
No, should be 800キロを7日間でということは1日100キロ以上ですね
Yes,
Over 100
over 100 kilometers. I think the longest day was maybe 130 kilometers or so, 140 kilometers.
130
But in Kyushu, there is a lot of up and down. There are a lot of hills, especially if you go along the coast. So there's a lot of climbing and going up and down. But it's good exercise. And then at the end of the day, you can drink as much beer as you want because you burned several thousand calories to get to the campsite.
それ運転しないですね
No, you drink the beer after.
ある人がね自転車飲酒運転ですからねすごいですねそれが九州に行った時でそれ以外も
Well, I've ridden almost everywhere in Japan. The most recent trip, we went north to Aomori, and I rode around the Shimokita Peninsula. I went to Oma. Oma.
大間
It's the most northern point of Honshu, and it is famous for tuna, maguro.
ああマグロなんか出ましたねマグロなるほどじゃあもう美味しいものを食べながらずっとサイクリングをしてそれ一人ですか
I usually go with some friends.
Friends
Yes, we are all foreigners. So especially if we're in some very quiet parts of Japan, I think the local people are very interested to see 3 big hairy foreigners riding bicycles.
ひげもじゃの
Exactly, yes. There's no razors on tour.
そう結構そのローカルな人と出会いがあるんですか
That's right, yes. Often those are the most memorable experiences.
例えばどんな出会いですか
So we were in Kyushu and we wanted to catch a ferry from the main island of Kyushu to a small island called Amakusa.
天草ね
Amakusa, that's right. Have you ever been to Amakusa?
No, actually
Don't think many people have. It's pretty far out there. So we had to ride very hard and very fast because we were late for the ferry.
Okay.
Maybe we drank a little bit too much beer the night before. So we got up late and then we had to ride very, very fast. But unfortunately, we missed the ferry. So we were stuck in the ferry car park.
Okay.
There was no campsite. There was only mountains around us. So we had to camp in the car park.
Is that possible?
It is possible, yes. Luckily, the man who runs the ferry was very friendly. And he said, you can't sleep in my house, but you can sleep in the car park. It's very generous of him. And in the morning, he brought us some onigiri, some breakfast, some coffee.
Really?
He was very
Wow.
kind.
すごい優しい。でも家ではダメだけどここは
He said that his wife might be a little bit angry if he brought home 3 strangers. Yes.
Strangers. Wow, that's so nice.
It is nice, but it's sometimes a little challenging to communicate with the local people.
Why?
I speak a little bit of Japanese, but they speak very strong dialects down there, so it can be a little bit difficult to understand them sometimes.
Did you understand most?
Maybe.
わからないあまり。
Sometimes, yes, they use different pronunciation and they have different words in their local dialect.
And they don't speak English.
I met one man who spoke perfect English, and he lived in Oma.
Okay.
Yes,
ああ、すごい面白いですね。いろいろやっぱり出会いが。
that's right. So actually the next day we woke up very early and we got on the ferry and went to Amakusa. It's a very interesting island and I think the name means heavenly grass.
天草、そう、天の草。
Heavenly grass.
Heavenly grass.
That's right. And it's very beautiful there and it's a very nice day of cycling and we were going through some mountains and we came down into a small village in the middle of the island and we saw, oh, there's a festival going on. There are lots of people carrying a mikoshi, they're in the fields, they're dancing.
That's good.
It all looked very fun, but the people were not moving at all. Nobody was moving. So when we got closer, we found that these were not people. They were scarecrows. Kakashi. That's right. It was a Kakashi Matsuri.
Kakashi Matsuri.
And we looked around.
That's right.
And they were having a festival, but there were no people.
面白い。
And,
なるほど。
but then some local people came out. They saw us and they came out. I was a little worried that they would change us into Kakashi, but that didn't happen. And they gave us some deep-fried sweet potatoes and sent us on our way.
Wow, that's nice. 楽しい。素敵な人との出会いが。
Absolutely, yes. People in the countryside are very curious and very friendly.
Curious. この旅を通してこう何をこう得たものとか逆にこう lost. What did you lost? What did you get?
What did I lose? I lost about 3 kilos.
Oh, nice. ダイエットになりますね。
Yes, that's right. It's hard work. What else did I lose? No, I didn't lose anything. I gained a lot.
Okay. Well,
I lost one tire that I broke.
特にこう一番思い出に残っていることは何ですか？
I think when I look at that trip, the things I remember most are the local people and meeting the local people. Sometimes old people, sometimes children, but always they were very friendly and very curious about us.
じゃあいつも旅ではその出会いをすごく大切に
Exactly.
してるんですね。すごい今日は楽しいお話を聞かせていただきましたけれども、ここの学校に来るとこのマシュー先生のレッスンの中でちょっとこういう話を聞けるかもしれないので、今日は楽しい話をありがとうございます。もっとたくさんちょっと聞きたかったんですけれども、ちょっとそろそろお時間が来ましたので、じゃあ最後にマシュー先生にこの番組を見ている English Learner、他のLanguage Learner の人たちに何かメッセージがありましたらお願いします。
Yes. So learning a language is a little bit like cycling. Sometimes it's very difficult and you have to go up a big hill, a big mountain, and there will be times when you want to give up, but you just have to keep turning the pedals and eventually you will get to the top.
きれいにまとめていただきました。今日はマシュー先生にお越しいただきました。ありがとうございました。